So by this way we can minimize or treat the our phase inversion condition, right? So if we add the suitable kind of emulsifying agent with adequate concentration, then store in cool place, or by keeping the concentration of disperse phase between the 30 to 60%, that time we can treat the our phase inversion condition, right? Means our future instability condition, right? So this is about the our stability. This is about our stability, right? Stability of our emulsion. So we learned that is cracking, creaming, and phase inversion, right? So these are the main three changes which are occur during the storage of our emulsion, right? So you should remember this thing. This topic is very important for exam point of view, right? So you should remember this and understand carefully, right? So afterward, our topic, that is a storage of our emulsion, right? That is a storage of our emulsion. Means where we have to pack our preparation, then what should be their labeling condition, then what should be their storage condition, right? So we should know this thing very carefully, right, or thoroughly. So we know that all preparation are packed in a suitable kind of container, right? Means this is the biphasic liquid dosage form, and it we does not, or we don't pack this container into a saline bottle, right? Or we don't pack this solution into a bottle, right? Into a bottle means not a bottle, not a bag also, right? Not a bag, sealed bag, right? So we should know the whatever the suitable condition container we should use for the storage of our emulsion, right? So first of all, container. Emulsion packed in a container having a adequate air space above emulsion for a adequate shaking before its use, right? Means we should pack our emulsion into a suitable container, right? And that container having a adequate air space above the our emulsion, and this air space should be useful for the shaking purpose of our emulsion. We know that the shaking is necessary for biphasic liquid dosage form, right? Without shaking we can't take it, right? Or if we fails to shake the our preparation, and without shaking if we take that preparation, that time we will not get a desired pharmacological action, right? So there is a recommendation for whatever the container we used for the packing of our emulsion. After transfer the emulsion into a container, that container should have a adequate space, right? Adequate space above the our emulsion for the shaking purpose. मतलब जो कंटेनर हम यूज़ करेंगे उसमें जो प्रिपरेशन डालेंगे या रखेंगे या फिर पैक करेंगे, तो प्रिपरेशन के ऊपर उसका नेक से लेकर प्रिपरेशन तक कुछ गैप होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, ठीक है? क्योंकि उससे हम लोग एकदम नेक तक प्रिपरेशन को भरना नहीं है, मतलब थोड़ा सा गैप रखना है, और वो गैप हमें हेल्प करेगा जो शेकिंग करना है हमारा प्रिपरेशन को, उसको हेल्प करेगा, ठीक है? सो बाय दिस वे एयर स्पेस इज़ वेरी नेसेसरी फॉर द शेकिंग ऑफ ओवर इमल्शन, राइट? Then emulsion meant for internal use should packed in a wide mouth bottle for easy withdrawal of our emulsion, right? If our suppose we are going to prepare an internal kind of emulsion, right? Internally used or internally administered kind of emulsion, that time there is a recommendation for selection of container, that is that container has a wide mouth bottle. Means there is a recommendation for use the wide mouth bottle uh, in order to easy removal of our emulsion before the administration, right? Easy removal of our emulsion before the administration, because जो इंटरनली जो इंटरनल यूज़ वाला जो प्रिपरेशन है, तो उससे हम डायरेक्टली क्या करेंगे, हम लोग एक पर्टिकुलर डोज में लेंगे ना उसे, तो हम लोग इससे डायरेक्टली उसे ड्रिंक नहीं कर सकते, या फिर एडमिनिस्ट्रेट नहीं कर सकते। तो सूटेबल डोज के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, जो प्रिपरेशन है उसे विड्रॉल करना पड़ेगा एक सूटेबल स्केल में या फिर सूटेबल एक कैप में, ठीक है। दैट्स वाई there is a recommendation for the wide mouth bottle for the easy withdrawal of our emulsion. Then don't use metallic closures, and there is a restriction or recommendation for avoiding the use of metallic closures. Metallic closures means whatever the cap जो है हमारे बॉटल का वो हम जो लगाते हैं, ठीक है, उसके अंदर एक क्लोज़र रहता है, तो क्लोज़र जो है मेटेलिक नहीं होना चाहिए। तो यहाँ पे भी एक कंडीशन बताया है स्टोरेज का या फिर पैकिंग का, ठीक है, इमल्शन पैकिंग का, दैट इज़ द मेटेलिक, दैट क्लोज़र शुड नॉट मीन्स वी अवॉइड prevent to or avoid to use the metallic kind of closures, right? Because metallic kind of closures there is a sometime the or metallic if we accidentally use the or intentionally use the metallic kind of closure, that time there is a chances of occurring the reaction between our preparation and closure, right? So due to this reason there is a recommendation for don't use the metallic kind of closures, right? Then wide mouth umbered glass bottle, very suitable for storage of immersion, right? So there is a also giving the type of our container, that is for the emulsion there is a recommendation for the use of wide mouth umbered glass bottle, right? Means we know that is oil, whatever the oil we are use, that has a medicinal value, and most of the oil has a are very sensitive with the sunlight, very sensitive to the light, right? Because in presence of light they react with, means there is a due to the exposed to the our sunlight or the light, that time that particular whatever the drug present in our preparation, it become decompose. That is means light sensitive drug. If our preparation has a light sensitive drug, that time there is a recommendation for use the wide mouth umbered colored bottle, and there's these umbered colored bottle are suitable for the storage of our emulsion for the long period of time, right? So by this way there is a storage condition or storage of our emulsion, means our selection of our container and what thing we should not add it into a container, right? That is avoid to use the metallic kind of closures, right? And there is a need to adequate air space above the emulsion for the shaking purpose. Then if our preparation is internally used preparation, that time we should use the wide mouth bottle for the easy withdrawal of our preparation, right? And metallic, avoid to use the metallic kind of closures. And there is a recommendation, there is a suitable bottle or suitable container for the storage of emulsion, that is a wide mouth umber glass bottle, right, are very suitable for the storage of our emulsion. So this is about the our container. Then our another thing, that is the labeling. You know that is the labeling is very important, and already I said that is our preparation has a two kind of label, that is the one secondary and the one primary, right? And the secondary is a recommendation for this labeling condition, that is a secondary label, that is shake well before use. So this is the statement should bear the our label, right? Should bear the our label, that is a shake well before use. As like our suspension, our emulsion also need a shaking, right, for the redispersion of our preparation, right? We know that after redispersion, whatever the globules present are distributed throughout the our dispersion media, right? So that's why shake well before use, this is a very important statement, should bear the our label, right? And that statement for the secondary label, right? Secondary label. So secondary label, that is shake well before use, is needed to mention, right? it is very necessary to mention on a secondary label. So you should remember this thing, don't forget this thing, right? Then storage, then storage then should be stored in a airtight container. We know that our container or our preparation should store in a airtight container, right? Means our preparation, after packing our preparation, it should not have a air inside the our preparation, right? If there is a presence of air, that time there is occurring the on any oxidation on hydrolysis or any other consequences, right? So that's why there is avoiding to presence of air into our inside our container, right? That's why it's stored in a airtight container. Means whatever the air present should not goes out or does not goes in, right? Then also protect from the light, also protect from the light, that is a storage condition. Means if our preparation is a light sensitive, made up of contain a light sensitive drug, and we should protect it from the light. That time we should protect it from light, and that protection we achieve by storing our preparation in a umber color glass, then protect from high temperature or freeze, but should store in a cool place, right? Means there is also storage condition, that is we should know that is there is a change in temperature, that is increasing and lowering the temperature also responsible for the instability, right? That's why there is a recommendation for the protect the whatever the preparation we prepared, that should be protect from high temperature, that is a high temperature or freeze temperature, right? But should be stored in a cool place, which should be stored in a cool place. Cool place is a temperature that is between the 20 to 25. Cool place is not a 25, 15 to 25. This is the cool place or cool temperature. At that on that temperature we should keep our preparation, right? That's why it is a recommendation for avoiding the store the our preparation at a high temperature or at a freeze temperature, right? Because we know that if we prepare the store this condition, our preparation become cracked or cream, right? Or become phase inversion also. That's why we aware this this thing, right? So this is all about our storage of our emulsion, that is the container. Then labeling condition, and labeling condition is very important. That's why I is saying don't forget to state this statement, that is shake well before use, right? So this is all about our storage of our emulsion, right? Then there is our last portion are remaining, that is the difference between our emulsion and suspension. We already covered the studied about the suspension, right? So this is our last topic from the emulsion chapter, that is the difference of emulsion and suspension. So there is a various 6 point are given, and that point are help to us for differentiate this emulsion and suspension. And because we know that emulsion and suspension are the preparation from the biphasic liquid dosage form, right? That's why we know the each and all point whatever the important for the differentiation the our emulsion, right? So this difference we will discuss in our next lecture, right? And we will also complete our chapter, that is emulsion, with this difference between of emulsion and suspension topic, right? So today we discuss the some creaming and phase inversion and storage of our emulsion, right? In our remaining portion, that is the last topic of our chapter, that is a difference. This will be discussed in our next lectures. So thank you.